Here is how I create consistent multi-shot videos using just one image in a solo prompt. Alright, so I want to walk you through something wild. Everything that you are seeing on screen right now, well, it is completely AI generated. No actors, no camera, just me, one prompt and single image. It's real video. Yes, generated directly from a prompt. I did it using the new Seedance 1.0 model by ByteDance, and honestly, this thing cooks. It's one of the first models that natively supports narrative videos with multiple consistent shots. Let the subject stays the same. The lighting, the vibe are cohesive even across different angles or scenes transitions. In real talk, you might want to hate me for this, but it really outperforms Google VEO 3 in almost every single way. Why? Why is this model blowing my mind? Well, first of all, it handles movement really well. Whether it is a close-up or a facial expression or a full-on action scene. Watch this here. How is this AI? Second, it stays stable, realistic, which is very rare for multi-shot AI videos. I haven't really even heard of such a thing. Multi-shot AI video generators? No, it doesn't exist until today. Number 3. The realistic range, my friend, is crazy. You can go from a photorealistic video to anime to illustrations, all with a single prompt, all with prompt engineering. And yeah, I tried everything from cyberpunk close-up to cinematic portraits and it just gets it. But for this video, I want to focus on how to get consistent multi-shot results, even if you are just starting out or from one single prompt or from one single image. First, let's assess the model. Let's head over to Enhancer AI, then under the Tools tab, we are going to click the multi-shot editing. You will see over here two options, text to video, image to video, and we are to start with text to video. This model lets you generate 5 to 10 seconds clips at 720p. And yes, I'll show you how to actually upscale it later on using real scan to get a very crisp finish, even get the 4K resolution. First, a real quick note on how this works. After testing this model for a few hours, and yes, I logged in, my friend, I realized something cool. It actually does understand literal language really well, so you don't have to overthink your prompt. Just write them like you are describing a scene to a friend, but make it a bit more cinematic. Use filmmaker lingo, be intentional and specific. I have a free guide in the description that's going to help you figure out cinematic prompting. If you want to call it so, just go right there and download it right now. And now, this is exactly what gives you precise control over camera movement, over pacing and over emotion. Very simple natural language prompts that are descriptive, but also it allows you to run very complex action sequences and multi-character scenes without the usual weird flickering or wrapping. And honestly, it made me think how we tell visual stories with AI. If in Google VEO you were literally telling the AI to speak something out loud, well, you are doing the same exact thing with Seedance, except you are just telling it to create multiple scenes. But before we go deep into prompt engineering, let's just do a very simple test. Here is prompt that I am going to using across Seedance 1.0 and VEO 3. A close-up soft direction of light grazes the side of a woman's face as she sits in silence. Her skin glows gently against the shadows and a single tear clings to her lower lash without falling. In background, the word is out of focus, still distant, fading. So we're going to paste this prompt inside Enhancer. Select a 10-second clip, 720p and hit generate. It should take about 2 to 3 minutes. Wow, look at this. Genuinely, I was not ready for how good this came out. The light feels real, it is slow, it is cinematic, it is very heavy with emotions. You can feel the stillness, the loneliness even without any dialogue. But my note is that I wish that her eyes were blinking a bit more. I know that they are moving left and right. It just seems a bit static to me. Just sort of bring out that human touch. But even so, it still nails the mood. 9 out of 10. I love it. Now we are head over to Google VEO and test the exact same prompt, which by the way, it is only give you a 8-second clip versus Seedance. That give you a 10-second only 2-second difference. What we are going to do right now is we pasted our prompt. We are going to select the quality VEO3 over there and click generate. We're inside Google Flow. Let's see what it will come out with. Oh, interesting. It seems like VEO definitely does a better job at making the character blink. It does blink. It does feel slightly more alive, but the lightning, the composition and the generate vibe, I might be biased, but it's now here near what I got from Seedance. I feel this one is a bit flatter. I like the cinematic feeling. Also, let's not forget the Seedance is under the light stage, so it's not fully released. So the full version is not even out yet, and it's already doing this. I'm mind blown. Google VEO is still great, so I'll rate this 8 out of 10. Let me just drop a few more videos so you can see what I have made with Seedance along with exact prompts to check out the results for yourself. So we just covered text to video. Now let's get into image to video. You know, this is how it works. Just like most of AI models, you apply the source image and then you add a detailed prompt and hit generate and the model takes it from there. But here is where it gets fun with Seedance. You do not need to write a whole paragraph or get good results. Even simple prompts like the camera pushes in can do a lot. So let's try that with this image we generated earlier using Flex Context inside Context Editing Flow. Upload your image and your prompt, which is the camera pushes in. Select your settings and hit generate. Boom! Wow! Here's what we get. Pretty solid, right? Now let's dial it up a bit. Let's try this other prompt instead. Push in, a hooded woman emerges from the mist. Her eyes locked on something just beyond the frame. The wind brushes a loose strand of hair across her face. So we paste this over in the prompt section, select our settings, hit generate. Now look at that shot. The prompted appearance is wild. The wind literally pushes a strand of hair across her face and also she is looking away from the frame, just like described. Moment, the light, the atmosphere. Honestly, if you know me and my videos, I don't really hype things up. But this one, it has me shocked. Now let's put this to the test and compare this exact same prompt across all hyping platforms. There is a Google VEO3. Here's what it gave us. I'm just gonna stay quiet and let you be the judge. I'm not gonna say anything. Can we all agree it looked like a meteor middle next the Seedance? Like, really? This is what you get. VEO, I swear I am not just biased. Well, I am just calling it how I see it. And this is my truth and I think this model is phenomenal. And it's not even fully out yet. And now, this is Kling 2.0. Kling does a very good, very solid job with image to video generation. In fact, I would say that Kling nails the image quality and is better than all these models so far. But when it comes to maybe prompt interpretation, having that cinematic feel, well, Seedance Inside Enhancer still takes the lead. I'll have all three models side by side so that you can decide for yourself what works best for you. Alright, so now that we have seen that both text to video and image to video can do, let's cut the real magic. Multi-shot consistent characters. That's what you are here for. I am about to deliver. So how do we actually create multi-shot consistent videos using either text to video or image to video? It all comes down to how you write the prompt. This is where most of the people get it wrong. But once you know the formula, it actually is super intuitive and simple. You can even train a ChatGPT model to do it for you. So let me break it down to step by step. Step number 1. We have to introduce the character in the setting. Start with the basics. Who in the scene? Who is in the scene? Where are they? Well, you don't need names, you don't need backstories or even deep. You just give a model a solid foundation. Example, A woman walks alone through a rainy city at night. This is good enough. Simple, straightforward, that's all you need. Number 2. Describe the shot like a director would. Think like a filmmaker. Use cinematic language. Things like wide shot, tracking shot, close up, or cut to. You want to describe at least 2 or 3 camera shots and that follows in sequence. And use brackets, it's very important. Example, after you have laid your foundations, you say bracket wide shot, she steps off, a crab as reflections shimmer on the wet pavement. Tracking shot, the camera follows her from behind as she walks under flickering streetlights. Close up, raindrops slide down her cheeks as she looks up at the glowing sign. This helps a model visualize movement, composition, and continuity. It's basically like giving it a short list for a film set. Step number 3. You look in the style. You keep everything in the same visual world. Don't start in a dark, gloomy, neon city and then you end up in a dreamy fairy tale forest. The vibe has to be stay consistent throughout the prompt. And what I actually do, I add a little note at the very end to tie it all together. Example, I say realistic style, handheld camera, soft neon lighting, and that's enough to give the model a direction without overwhelming it. Sometimes I add the word multiple shots or multi-shots in the very beginning of the prompt to let model know that that's what I am looking for. Multi-shots. A woman walks along through a rainy city at night. She steps off a crab as reflections shimmer on the wet pavement. The camera follows her from behind as she walks under flickering streetlights. Raindrops slide down her cheek as she looks up at a glowing sign. Realistic style, handheld camera, feel soft neon lighting. And again, we make sure that we add all the brackets in between to let the model know we are cutting. Are we tracking? Is it a close-up shot? What about it, right? So let's copy this to let's go over and paste this prompt inside our text to video generator. Set the length to the 10 second and hit generate. Boom. Phenomenal. What the hell guys, this is good. Let me show you some more examples. I have generated with prompts following this exact same framework. You can do the exact same thing with image to video, just in the case while your prompt has to be following visual style of your image. It cannot be too far off because otherwise you will get bad results. I have attached a link for a free PDF with help you structure your prompt for multi-shot consistency. And that's how you get multi-shot consistency with AI. With no fancy tools, no guesswork, no comfy UI, just start prompting. If you're serious about creating cinematic AI videos that actually make sense shot to shot, this is the workflow you need to master today. I'll drop more prompt examples and breakdowns soon. With AI editing and free access to all these paid tools to make sure to follow if you do not want to miss that. And hey, if you try to this out, send me some of your work. Send me something that you made. I want to see what you are cooking up. Catch you up on the next one and remember, create without limits.